You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy there try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Look, you're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy there try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? When I come round there like a bad boy, do it. Bun all the talking, go on and do it. Running through the party, bottle up. Rolls on my ear saying storms, don't do it. Double on my shoulder, I don't lack. Get 'em with the business, I don't scrap. Even when I'm bar, I'm so easy right, but there's no car and no mash. What you talk about? Clown, stand down. Never had a thing, never had a pound. You were never bad then, you ain't bad now. Never had them, then look back down. Wait, I saw bare kicks, saw bare clothes. Said not that, I can't wear those. I don't like them, they're not my thing. They went silent, they're all weirdos. Like yeah, storms gone clear. Never had a Tom Ford or a Montclair. Man, them a call me, you see my don there. Tell them don't do it, don't dare. Don't care who you know from my block. You're not Al Capone, they can take my car and my creps. I'll still do the road in my socks. Like who's gonna stop me? You, him, little man. I got blue slims. Don't be an idiot, move smart. I've been killing it, new king. You weren't ready for my new stuff. You're a boy by yourself, go and group up. And when Crep went states for the BTs, I was covering Crep like a boot cut. If mad, it's a family thing, straight family thing. Dumb man, I broke no salary thing. Had a young thing called Amy telling me to come round hers on a Valerie thing. Hashtag Murky Academy thing. You were like art and the gallery thing. Dumb boy there wanna chat about bars, wanna chat about. You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy there try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Look, I'm too hot. I got money in my shoebox. I'm the man of the house when my show sold out like the brother from the Boondocks. Beat Swan on my boom. Go sick when my tune drops. Little man, that's a hooplo, not a hoopla. What? Pronounce it right. I got magic, I'm down to die for this. I don't care, bro, I'm down. Man stress, so I'm bound to like my slips. Wait, I'm bound to ride for flips. Real G's gonna ride around to this. Man, I got no time to write at this. I never left my 9 to 5 for this waste man thing. I don't care what rave man's in.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Saints going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Here we go, the first carry for the former Viking Peterson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Pretty bizarre for AP. He plays the first 10 years of his career with the Vikings. He leaves for New Orleans, and his first game is, boom, right here at Minnesota.
You think maybe he was headed to the home locker room when he got off the bus?
Probably got a little confused.
But I know one thing. He's going to be motivated for this one.
Again, Peterson. And an alley to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big run for AP. 51 yards on the ground. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Bree's going to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Bree's going to try and throw on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Lamur with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Here's the rookie from Florida State, Dalvin Cook, his first NFL carry. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Third and long for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Let's go. Tagger, tagger. Check. Tagger.
Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Cook. They find some open field here. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Nick Fairley breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Second down, Bridgewater. Got some real estate inside the 30. That'll be a gain of 16. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Way 90.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They run again with Peterson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Breeze now. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Here's Breeze to throw. And this one will be brought back to the 22. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope?
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Get rid of him. Wide 80.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Now Breeze. Here's a screen to Powell. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw is Breeze. Buying time to his left. Brought in left side by Snead. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. On first down, Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, Peterson. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Mike 50. Here we go.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flainer from 4 yards out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game. And he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. Room here to run. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense had.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Get ready. Tiger.
Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. So on now is Kai Forbath. If you're wondering, he's hit from as far as 57. This will be from 56 yards out. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Ryan Quigley, 5th-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Breeze. Forced out to his left. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go. Check 15. Check 15. Kill. Ready.
Breeze now on first down. And it's a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, Bridgewater again. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Bridgewater to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. The second down throw for Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So we reach halftime here at our... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Bridgewater. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Line 90.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
To throw, Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nate Stupar in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. So the D-line's going to spread out. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, it's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr. Coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play clock winding down. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got Snead. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Breeze finding Snead there for a Saint first down. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Breeze now steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll run for it with Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown in a Saints uniform. And the Saints add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Haoli Kikaha. Able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Desperation time. 4th down, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Nick Fairley in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the way. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did. And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Let's go. Dagger. We got three, fellas.
1st down, Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Dagger! Let's go! Wait, Navy!
Throwing again. Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Nick Fairley in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. Third and long for Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 26 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Peterson gets the handoff from Breeze. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Flush to his right. It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he's brought down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Breeze to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The Vikings didn't lose their first game last year until October 23rd, but things not looking as rosy here as they try to defend a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They run it again with Cook. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So he was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nate Stupar in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like we had green on that play.
To throw is Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final.